Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Alrighty, okay. I think now people can hear me here. All right, so I'm trying to mark the key levels here. Let's start with the daily analysis. Um, Market is just all over the place. All right, very strong, very aggressive move. And if you just look at it, just look at this, this extremely insane move on the upside. And if you look at the bottom on the March 31st, and the moment the month changed from March 31st, and it's just back to back green days. There is a one small red day here. There's a one small consolidation on the April 10th. One is on the April 3rd. And now there's a Sunday evening, we have a red opening, but incredible. Incredible move from the perspective of the market. Unbelievable. So if you look at it now, what market is trying to do here, I'm trying to see if we can find the key levels here. And I think I do have the key levels marked. This one is basically a Thursday low. So let me just mark it here. This is a Thursday low. And I think that's all we need here. So if you look at it here, when the Sunday evening the market opened the gap down, and we can clearly see it was, I think it's over 1% gap down, and then market has found her footing immediately in the first 30 minutes. It's just one spiked, and if you go back to the 5-minute chart, you're gonna see here that the first candle was the kind of an indecision candle on the NQ, and then one pullback, which was the third candle after opening it, and there was no red candle until the 19, basically, then 8 o'clock. And then there's some pullback again towards the, I think we do not need that line anymore. Let's just remove this line. This was the, I think this was the yesterday low. Yes, it was the yesterday low where it moved. So if I mark this line, let me just mark this line. There might be a retest here. So this is the, this one is the Friday low. And if you go back here, so market exactly tested the Friday low, which become the Sunday low as well. No, I think that, so it's dipped below that, and then it reclaimed Friday low very nicely if you look at it here. And right now it's just in the very small range right now. So I think that from my perspective, when I'm looking at it now, Let me just open my pen here. And what happened here? I can't. Okay, so let's see that. So So my plan is that if we can reclaim the pre-market high, which is basically at 23,733, then there is a possibility we're gonna see uh, the Friday close or Friday high. But if we fail here and try to move back down, likely be the retest of the Sunday open low, which is 26,540. Or maybe the retest of the close of Thursday close, because we can see clearly the market is extended on the daily chart. So people were expecting a pullback, but we don't know that how far there would be a pullback. This is the 9 moving average here. So we are a bit extended from the 9. So there is a possibility we're going to go retest here, but it's just going to retest or it just consolidate and then moving averages catch up. We don't know. Um, so definitely we need to see that what will be the price action there. So let's look at the ES as well now. Feel free to put the questions under the chat if you have any question. Okay, all right. So let's look at it. The ES. So daily doesn't really change. Is all-time high. Let's just mark the key levels here. Let's mark it from here. This is the Friday low. Okay, let's just look at it here now. let's look at it. This is the pre-market high here. So just I'm going to teach you that how you should be marking those levels. So this is a pre-market, green dash line is a pre-market low, and this one is the Asia low here. Is this the YY high here as well? So let's just see here. Yeah, this is a YY high as well. Let's just mark it here. Okay, I think the levels are marked now. Let's just go back to NQ and NQ here as well. Alrighty, so our key levels are marked. Now we need to see that what market does here. So let's look at the little a bit different picture than the daily and the gap down. So let's look at here. So this is a 16-minute chart. We can clearly see the after gapping down. Right now we are expanding the pre-market high and then maybe trying to close the gap. I think that the bears have a lot of time from yesterday all the way now to continue create the sell of pressure. But actually, if you look at it, there was no selling of pressure at all, right? In fact, maybe those who have shorted here, they thought to better to recover or cover the short. They might have covered in the first few minutes. And those who have not done, they have got another opportunity here to, take the maximum profit. And now from the opening of the pre-market session on the New York session of 4 a.m., you can see there's no red bar at all. So it means that there's a lot of buying pressure. And now if it's going to push up, it will force the short sellers to cover. And there might be another rally coming back in because those who have shorted here, they might not have enough for them to make the profit. And so if this closed the gap, then what are we expecting a new rally again? Because if the short started covering it and hoping it's going to be another move up, then they're going to get stuck, right? So this is going to be a very key area, and I think we need to watch. I'm going to be very careful in trading on the short side, but I will be also very careful on trading on the long side when we close to the high. So I don't know whether we're going to continue making the new high or going to reverse. So we need a low risk entries before we do anything. So this is very good. I look at 848 and this is a really good move. This is the first expansion happening. And it's almost more than 20-25 points move. That's really good move. So yeah, tell me, you guys, how's your trading going? We are connecting after so long. Right, this move seems like a real move now. Okay, a very nice move. This is the first expansion move coming in. Very nice move. I'm gonna wait um, to take any entries at this point. Very beautiful move. I was not expecting that it's going to move in the pre-market. Very nicely moved. I think this may be the preemptively short covering because they might be thinking that the market has not moved as they were expecting, given the expectation was that they're gonna get the move, or they're gonna get the better move on the downside. Given it that they did not, then there's no other option than just to cover it, right? I think, and that is what we need to learn here, that the sellers are extremely weak, buyers are in full control. Look at it, that even that news came in, market gap down, but there are no new sellers. So might be those who have sold on the top on the Friday, on the close, they just got a chance to cover it. And if they have bought the options or something, so if you look at it here, let's just look at the ruler here. So if you have sold something on the close, right? If you have sold somewhere here, now imagine if market opens here, there's only close to 63 points of profit you're gonna take it, right? So not too much remaining. So definitely is a losing proposition for the short sellers. All right, so we see a pullback back again. We kind of close the gap right now. We only have so this is the only gap remaining now. So this was a close. So this was the close, and now we almost closed the complete gap. I think it's now 60 points, 63 points are remaining now. not an easy market, for sure. If you- Yeah, it's still extremely strong. And I wouldn't say that. See, look at this pullback, made the new high, retesting it. Now, again, there's a long opportunity. Um, definitely covering. And then once start covering, maybe the longs are also appearing. The new buyers are joining it. I'm just not trading at the pre-market, given there's a low probability and the move may not be reliable and trustworthy. Um, out of 10 moves, most of the time, the 5 to 6 moves are fake. So maybe you have a better risk reward, but it's just the low probability in the pre-market. And I think as a new trader, you always fail to understand that you only look for the risk reward, but you don't look at the probability. So this is really important for us to understand that there's a 50% chance that this move will fail, and there's a 50% chance it's going to continue. So if we have a low probability before joining the trade, yes, there may be a small risk. You can take this consolidation high, here. If we look at it here, so we can go long here on this candle break, and then this will be the stop. But the problem is that what is the probability is going to make the new high? For me, I think the pre-market is just the 50% probability of going trade into your direction. So even though from the risk perspective, if you take this, you have a beautiful one is to one risk reward ratio, and then if you go retest of the prior pre-market high, so you might have almost 1 is to 2. The risk reward wise is good, but it's what is the probability of winning this trade? I think that's the 50-50. So another try. So we have another 30 minutes. Let's see what this week look like. If I go to the smarttraders.com website, I see economic calendar, and on economic calendar, let's just reload this. Okay. Um, Today is April 28th. There's nothing on the April 28th on today. Tomorrow we have the employment. So that's really good. If you look at the whole this week, we have an ADV employment on Tuesday, mortgage rates, and crude oil inventory. Usually is not important, but because of the war situation, this could be an important factor. And and then 23rd we have the initial jobless claims in Michigan inflation. So this week is could be an important one. Um, all right, so market moved up a little bit, broke out. So if you guys have taken the trade, you're in the money. So congratulations, but still not enough to make it worthwhile. Even when on 1:1, it should come close to the 70 area. But if you hesitant and you're a bit more concerned that whether it's going to continue the move or not, you can put on the break even, but I think is immediately going to take your stop losses. The way it is pulling back. So be very careful. Just give me 1 second. I'll be back. Here you go. See here, it's just pulling back again. How? I mean, it's not the a very good setup. All right, so move coming back in. Maybe retesting again the pre-market high. We have almost the 25 more minutes before the market open. Let's see what market is going to do. Here you go. The rejection came back in. That's what I was saying, that this is just not reliable, um, based on the pre-market. Now see here, it's retesting in here. It can easily trap the longs here and then push back, go back into the previous consolidation area. Look at this back. Look at this. Oh, here you go. Breakout came in. Look at this. Oh wow. Okay. See, it came back down. Those who have went long here, they might have stopped out, or they have flipped the position. Now they got squeezed here. So it's really unpredictable moves in the pre-market. That's why I don't like it. It's a low probability moves. Look at the volume bar. It's a very big volume, and it's maybe a short covering. Look at this at 909, very big bar. I'm not sure whether it's going to go any follow through. So if you look at here, this is almost the 40-point candle. So 26,740. In fact, 60 points, 26,740 all the way to 26,800. So it's almost a 60-point candle, which is huge, right? This is a huge candle, 60-point candle, huge candle. So we try to close the gap right now. If you look at it, we're almost 30 points away from closing the gap from this candle. From this candle, we are still below the pre-market high. Now I need to just change that because we push up. So this is the new pre-market high. It's just crazy the way the market is pushing. It's just crazy. I think it's another consolidation here on the big bar candle. So I think that is we need to see whether there will be a resistance here. So after this long big bar, there's no new buyers coming in, breaking out that. So it could be that those who went long pre-market or the Asia session yesterday, that would be the profit taking candle for them. And after this candle, there might be no more new buyers. Short already covered. Those who buy, they have already sold on it. So you might gonna see a little bit more retracement here. But still very bullish. The price action is bullish. It's just that uh, pre-market is just a bit under level. Yeah, so look at it. Still, this holding as a resistance here. New buyers are not coming in to lift the price. Still holding tightly the moving averages. So it's just the crazy part is that the way the market is moving, that is the most craziest part here. So another 15 minutes before the market open. So again, rejection. This big bar is kind of a resistance. As I said, that is likely the profit taking candle. This could be also interesting to see that what happened here. If this fails here, then might be we go back here. Very slow. I don't know what market want to do. Another 11 minutes. Another push is coming in. It's consolidating. Still the inside the big bar. Um, so right now we are in very tight range. If you look at it here, this is a resistance, and this is the smallest support created. So maybe 10-point range is created now. We have another 8 minutes before the market open. Just guys, take it easy today. I would just say that just stay relaxed. We're gonna find a good trade, but don't try to chase the moves. Let the market come to you. Another push came in, so retested the resistance. If you look at it here, still never broke the resistance. Pull back again immediately. It's just crazy that the way sometime market just moved within this 10-15 points range. Guys, 4 more minutes before the market opens. All right, guys, 1 more minute. And it's slowly pushing up here. Definitely pushing up. So if you look at it now, it's hardly a 20-40 points difference remaining from the yesterday close to today. So I mean, the gap is completely closed. So short sellers just as screwed as everyone. So those who were waiting to buy on a big dip, there's no dip. Those who wanted to short sell and make a big profit, they are also screwed here because they don't have any room. So all right, good luck, guys. A very strong first move in the market. When you look at it here, this is the gap here. And market has just closed the gap completely on the first candle. A very strong move here. Let's see, can we close when you go above the prior day close? Okay, so we rejected that. Okay, profit taking started. I'm not touching it. This low would be in a key area, which is coming from the Friday afternoon sell-off area. So let's see what it does here. This is close to the 80 points range. And this drop itself is over 40 points. So let's see. Let's see how this first 5 minutes get closed, and then we'll decide what we need to do here. Definitely profit taking at this point. I'm still waiting. I'm not in rush to take a trade. I need to see what market it wanted to do at this point. The problem is that if you're going to rush, there's high chances that we're going to lose, because look at this sign of the candle. It's just a 16-minute, 60 points candle, and it's looking for a direction at this point. So we can wait. We are not in rush. So Tesla is over 400, coin is over 200, Nvidia is almost close to 200, but Nvidia is down to 2.5%. So let's see what Microsoft is doing. And Meta. Microsoft is also down 1.5%. Facebook down is almost 7%. Oh, sorry, it's not a percent. Okay, my bad. I'm looking at the change in dollar. Right, market just moved back up again. I'm waiting. I'm not in rush. Look at this. First 5 minutes just is kind of a doji at this point. Okay, so this move up. Now we are going above the pre-market high and also the opening print. Let's see that this push is going to close the prior day close, or this is the pullback where the short sellers are looking to add into their short. So ES has a better 1 minute candle finished. But still the gap down. I'm just gonna wait. It's just be, if you look at it here, on a 15 minutes, this is the sixth 15 minutes. There is no pullback after 8:30. Okay, so it's rejected the pre-market high. So I think this could be a good area. Okay, so we'll see if we get the entry for shorting it somewhere close to the 26,780. A stop loss would be the pre-market high, and the profit target would be the low of the day or low of the Friday. Or if he got lucky, we can just gonna get the further breakdown. But at this point, I don't know, it's maybe retesting of the prior high before making any move. Maybe rejection of the yesterday high could be the place where market might gonna find the liquidity that market wants to move back up. People think it's going to make the new move. Traders entered for the long trade. It moved up a little bit over the yesterday high, or it means the Friday high, and then sweep that level and then come back down. So right now we are stuck between the Friday, you can call the Friday higher low pullback, and under the pre-market high, and then yesterday close. So very narrow channel at this point. I mean, the problem with this trade is that if we take this short trade, there's not much room here. You know, and that's what I was thinking, that we can take it with the risk of the high of the day. But it's only a 1:1 risk reward, and a lot of bounce happen here. So let's see then. Can we find, this is the bearish candle. We have 40 seconds left to finish another 5 minutes. See here, if it's holds here a little bit consolidated, we can look for the breakdown under this level. I just want to wait a little bit more. Okay, this is definitely a good continuation here. A very strong bear bar on a 5-minute chart. Now, question is that, is this the end of the sell-off or is the beginning of the sell-off? If you get a small pullback above 25,670, could be an interesting too short. Okay, this is the first pullback came in. Retested the prior high here. So those who have shorted here, they must be underwater. Still moving nicely here. Okay. I'm gonna thinking to enter under 2640, 26740 with the risk of high of this candle. Let's see how this ends, and then I'm gonna enter into it. It's bouncing, not yet entered. If you look at this, is the indecision candle, and every time comes in, it just bounce. So very low volume, a good volume size indecision. You know, if you look at the volume here, it's a good volume indecision. So a lot of traders might have entered short somewhere here between 26,780. So let's see that, and it's also mid of that candle. Almost 2 minutes left before the market, before this 5-minute candle closes. So I think this could be the area where market can bounce. So definitely, if you look at here, okay, so kind of a triangle is forming, and a smaller resistance here. "40 seconds left before this 5 minutes candle finishes." So this is right now market is holding this wedge. So I'm gonna see that, you know, I'm looking for the short, but I don't wanna enter here and then get squeezed all the way here. Because if you look at the last 5 minutes, it was really a strong, let me just show you here, very strong bear bar here. Look at this. So we need to be careful. Okay, so this 5 minutes coming in again, it's holding the same wedge. I don't like it. That's why I didn't short it here. See here how big it is. So when the big bar happens, the question is that, is this a start of a new trend or is it just the exhaustion? Definitely consolidating. And if you look at the ES is still above the pre-market high. So 15 minutes are over. And we just went back to the 9 o'clock or 8. Yeah, I think 9:15. Still, we have not even finished that big bar. Remember, the big bar came in. We are still above the big bar of a 9 o'clock. Let's see if it's going to break this wedge under 2640. I'm going to go short, and this is definitely a 20-point risk here. So from the risk reward perspective, is a perfect higher probability trade if it's going to fail 2640, 26740. Okay, I'm getting ready. If it's gonna fail under the lows, I'm gonna go short. Okay, it's still holding that. No, okay. Okay, I'm short here. I'm risking, so I'm underwater now. I'm already entered the trade. My stop loss will be above this bar. So let's see. It's just I should have waited to close this candle under the lows before I should have entered. But it was happening after the 5 minutes of consolidation, so I was hoping it's gonna, quickly break down under the lows. Okay, still safe. Still have safe. Okay, this is not a good candle. We want this to fail here. We're still holding that wedge. Okay, we're not pushing down under the lows. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm gonna re-enter if it's gonna retest this triangle. Okay, I think it was just to grab the liquidity. I re-entered here. I think this candle was just to grab the liquidity. I'm short here again. Okay, very very beautiful shot here. Very beautiful shot. Okay, a very beautiful shot here. Okay, I took the partials on the way close to the 26,720 area. I'm gonna let it run remaining portion. Let's see, can we get the another continuation here? I'm gonna put this just on the break even. I think this is looking good for another leg down. Okay, come on, continue. This is not a good push. Okay, I'm gonna reconsider entering it. I took the partial and this spike. It took my break even, but I'm gonna re-enter. Still waiting to see what happened next. Okay, so retesting of this moving averages. Let's see that what's happened next year. If it's gonna fail here, I'm gonna re-enter. If it's not, then we already have the one partial. I'm still green for the day, so not too much, but just the small green. Because if you look at it here, the only reason I took the partial, because remember it was spiked up and took our stop loss, so I re-entered it, and given it is tight candles above the VWAP, uh, in continuation of the big bar. So usually of the big bar continuation, you get a smaller move and then reconsolidate. Look at here. Now we went back into that triangle, but we are not unable to break this. So let's see what happened now. Definitely still holding that triangle. So this really means that the shorts are still, bears are still strong here. But we need to see this going back again under 26,740. So there's 1 minute and 10 seconds are remaining to finish this, to close this candle. So in 5 minutes. So another 50 seconds. Okay, so here we broke the triangle. So definitely you know, no more shorts. If we go back into that area, if you remember, we marked this. This is the basically a Friday higher lows. So we are holding that. We are holding the triangle. So no more short ideas. Let's see what market does, and then we can replan the entry. Feel free to put the comments, guys, if you have any questions. It's just the way I like to trade with the level by level. So let me just mark the entry. So we entered here, and we took the profit here. So it kind of a one bar. And I will show you that the reason also for taking that quick partial was, if I show you the 5 minutes, you're gonna see here. So because I was watching, see there is a pullback on in the morning on the Friday. There's a big consolidation, and this line is also the opening line or closing line of 4-hour chart. So I was saying there will be some buying pressure coming in here. Therefore, when it pulled back and then quickly push in, I took the first partial and put on the break even. So I'm slightly green, not really fancy, but at least it's going to help us to take another risk and get the better trade right now. So right now, see here again, we are retesting the upside on the pre-market high. Now the question is that if this is not working, are we going to go and retest the Friday high, or is just the retest of the Friday close. Okay, let's see that. So market is just really annoying. So right now we're completely reversal on the 50 minutes. The first 15 minutes was bearish, second reversal, 15 minutes is bullish, which is basically a continuation of the pre-market trend. So market is telling us that it wanted to continue the pre-market trend. And the pre-market trend is basically or was the in line with the daily trend. So right now if you look at it, we have another green candle. So we are about to, there's 2 minutes remaining to 10 o'clock. So we have the pre-market high. Let's see what it does here. Are we getting a vertical top here or pre-market high is also a very good resistance. See, it retested, couldn't break, but this is not the rejection candle, but it's just the solid green candle and then profit taking. So let's see that can it break this. Or it's make a double bottom here, or it's gonna be it's making a double bottom here. Or it's going to fail. If it's going to fail here, then I think it's just the lower high structure. Okay. I think it's a lower high structure. I'm thinking to go short here, but I'm looking to find an entry. So it looked like a lower high structure here. So as we see that pushes up, retested pre-market high, failed. Let's see how this candle ends, and then if we see a downside push, we can continue for the downside move. Okay, so this is an important candle. If this candle fails, pushes back up and fails here, then we can go short. Okay, right now in the middle. Okay, I'm shorting it. It tried to move back up and immediately failed. So it means a lot of selling pressure. My stop loss would be over the pre-market high. Watching. I'm already in the trade. I'm going to add into this trade if it's going to continue the downside. I don't like this candle the way it's closing it. Two dojis together on a 1 minute. Okay, good. I want to see a failure here. Come on, good. Nice. My profit target would be the low of the day here, which is basically 26,736. Okay, turn back into the break even again. This pullback is, I don't like this pullback. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Profit, come on. I need a at least 26,720. It just spiked down but pulled back up. So didn't like that price action. I want this to fail. Come on. Come on, 25,620, 26,720 minimum. Or I will consider anything under 40. Could be a good profit as well. Almost 40 points, so I'm fine with it. Come on, continue. It's just if you look at the spikes, I didn't like it. If you look at the tail is getting bigger and bigger, which is not a good sign when you are shorting it. You want a big body and lower tail. Come on, a little bit more. 720, one more. Here you go, one more. It's pushing down, but let's just see again another tail. I should have taken the profit here. I don't like the tails. I want the growing bodies. So 40 more seconds. This 5-minute candle closes. So this is going to be our second trade. First, we have a small green trade. Could be a big trade. And I didn't go very fancy because of the volatility and the inside ranges. I only went MNQ 7 contracts. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of profit here. Okay, if we're going to get drop, I'm going to take a little bit more profit here. Come on, drop, 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 drop. There's 4 more seconds left before this 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes over. Let's see. Can we get another push down to retesting? Okay, so this is the first green candle coming in. And look at this, the body is reduced here and the equal to tail. So that is the problem what I was talking about. So you know when you're in the trade, you need to analyze. There's nothing noise. So look at here. You can see the tail is growing, but only on this candle the body also grew. But here the tail is much bigger than the candle. So I took almost everything off. I only have one contract with MNQ left, and I think I'm going to close it. So I'm close. I'm flat now. I'm flat now. So I'll see if I can find another trade. So I just took the 7 MNQ contract. I started with the Fidelity Tradify account of 100K. I think this is the second day I was trading with it. I just started because I'm started trading after a break. So I take only 2 trades. In fact, if you counted 3 trades, one we had a stop loss, second, quick profits are going to be break-even trade, and then third trade is profitable. So I turned into a $500 profit, and it's still coming down, and we'll see if we can find the trade, but not now. So if you look at it here, this is the first entry partial, and this is our second entry here. And I'm going to mark it here so that you can see. So this is where we took the profit, and this is where we under break of this I took the short. So I'm still thinking of a short. Look at here, it's coming back down this next leg. Let's see this, how does this 5-minute consolidate, and if we consolidate, we can consider. Look at this 15 minutes. Bullish leg up in the pre-market, bearish leg first 15 minutes, bullish leg up, and then bearish leg. So we are sideways price action right now. We could be creating another triangle here, but if this we fails here, we can look for another downside move. Let's see how this candle closes. If it's closing red, it's still 15 seconds left. I think it's pushing down here. Look at this. If it's closed red, complete with the full body, I'm gonna go short here. It's closed, but still with the small tail, but with the big body but small tail, but it's still the same area where we have a couple of bounces before. I wanted to see the convincingly breaking down, and if that's breaking down, then we can go. Look at this, so many tails here in this area. This could be a reverse head and shoulder pattern kind, if you want to say. So this is, if you're going to say head, this is shoulder, this is another shoulder, and I think this is a neck now. So if you can break the neck, you might going to go up. But if you're going to fail this neck, we might going to see a down there. So we'll see what happens. So right now we are in a very tight range. So it's better not to take any more trades because we are still, multiple ranges here. So good, there's a good rejection here. I think this is good. See, this is the first time we have a really strong bear bar candle. I'm gonna thinking of re-entering it here. If it's gonna break this consolidation area under 26,740, I think this will have a better chance because the way the candle size formation is. But we need to see breaking under this low. A lot of wicks on this area, so I'm not sure. So we need to see that if we can break this area. So see, still in the triangle. That's what I was trying to explain to you, that this could be just a bullshit range there at this point. So there's no trading. So I will not take any more trade. This is completely in the range. Either we have to start selling off and coming back under today's low. So if I show you here, so look at this one. So let's look at this chart and you're gonna see what I'm trying to explain to you. So right now we are in a very tight range. We are basically here. And this is basically a very lower channel of the Friday. So we are basically in the same place where the Friday market was trading between the 1:30 to 4 o'clock, so same range, unless we come out from this range, either on the upside or we start going downside and closing the gap. That's the only way you can take a trade, unless we are in this basically box. I think we should not take any more trades. It's just going to take your money. And you can mark those onto your chart as well, that I'm gonna just mark it here. So let's do here, just turn it to the 5-minute and just say here that the trade would only going to be happening if we are coming on this range. Anything above is just going to be the chop show. So anything here is going to be a low probability trade. So you can clearly see it's making the lower highs, but it's not breaking down, right? So there's a very key support here, and then there's some supports here as well. And every time this comes in the strong red candle, the next candle is the buying candle. So I would not trust unless it comes out clearly in breaking down these levels. Until it's just a range. Here, as I mentioned, see here, the moment it closed strong, the buying came in. We want this area to break. And it's almost 10:15. So we have another 3 more bar for market to make the decision. There might be a one side breakdown or breakout, depending where market wants to lean. But if it doesn't do that, don't take any trades. It's just a very, very narrow range channel. Right, so this is the first close under the lows. Could be this time is breaking down. I'm not in the trade. I'm going to see we still have a 2.5 minutes in the 5 minute candle. So this could be the candle where market is changing the direction. Um, so spike up, fail, another spike up, fail. So definitely there is a seller's pressure, but the problem is that there's also a condensed buyer here, which is protecting the price to fall. And given we are in the narrow range, that's why I'm not willing to go unless we break clearly the strong momentum. Okay, so this is the fifth continuous red bar now. So a big body, small body, big tail, small body. I'm still not convinced. Let's see how this 5 minute ends. This is the better candles than the any other candles where we have a bigger bodies coming in. Definitely. Okay, so we have 40 seconds left to close this candle. Let's see how this candle closes. We might gonna see a breakdown candle. If this candle on a 5 minute chart closed extremely red, we might gonna see a breakdown candle. So this is a retest happening here. Here, look at this again buying. Let's see that does it fail this time the buyers fail here. Okay, I'm interested in shorting it, but I'm gonna see the shorting here. I want this candle, this spike to fail. 25,630. Come on, fail. If it doesn't fail and doesn't go under the low, see here, there's a kind of a double bottom again here. That red candle ends, immediate green candle, but these two spikes. So those who shorted here, they're still in the profitable. So sellers are still, bears are still in the money if they have shorted the pre-market high and they shorted the lower high. If you have bought here, you bought here, or if you bought here, your break-even point should be somewhere here. So I think, okay, let's see that. I'm waiting to see. I'm still not in the trade. The market is just weird. It's very choppy. See here, completely bounced back up. That's exactly what I'm saying, that this range is not the tradable range. So yeah, so I think this is it. It's a completely garbage range day. So we're still profitable. So I think we should not jeopardize our profit. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna trade any more trades. I think that I'm done for the day. The given market is not moving. Maybe we'll see. I'll put some alerts. If market going to fail under the lows, then we can trade. But there's no opportunities at this point. So if you are red today, I would suggest not to take any more trades unless we come out from those ranges. So almost 10:30 is about to come. Tesla is down 7% now. Not 7%, sorry. Seven, almost 394 now, under this 400. Okay, our interest is still making lower highs. If you look at it here, still making lower highs, but failed to break down. So I wouldn't do anything at this point. The market is really very in the bullshit range right now. All right, 2 minutes left before the 10:30. All right, guys, I think that I'm going to close the day. I'm really tired now. There is no trade at this point. Market is just really choppy. Let me just see this one time. It's close to 10:30, so there might be a breakdown. If it comes in, then we'll see. See again, making the lower highs and pushing down aggressively at this point. Let's see that what happened this time. It's very close to 10:30, so there's something needs to be happening. This is a really strong red candle. So previous 5 minute was a green, and this 5 minutes is turning as an engulfing red. And I think this is one of the, if it's close completely without any tail, this could be the another big red candle after the second bar. So if you look at the 5 minutes, so look at it, this is the one of the strongest bar, and then now it seems like this is going to be the strongest bar. Strongest bear bar in the last since the market opened. But let's see that how does it end. All right, so 2 seconds. It closed it. It closed below the previous green candles. So of course the week. Let's see that whether it can break the tail this time, or is gonna bounce back up again. So right now it's trying to bounce back up again, trying to trap the late short sellers who love to do a breakdown trades. So they're going to get trapped again here if it's going to bounce. As I said, that I think that we should take only trade if we see convincingly market is failing under 26,700. If NQ doesn't fail under 26,700, there's a lot of chop. So you're gonna think is happening, and then you're gonna take the trade, and ultimately you end up losing. Okay. All right, this time seems real. Market is going one tick down. Here you go. Can it go? Okay, it's going this time. Seems real. Or it's just a fail again. Do not chase that. Let this close. Let this the strongest bar before we enter. Strongest bear bar. We need to see a strongest bear bar so that we can convincingly enter. Otherwise, it's just going to be the range. Okay, it's bouncing again. It's just a trap. So just a trap, guys. Okay, coming back down here. So that's nice. Let's see. Okay, it's failed. The pullback. Okay, it could be this is the time where it needs to come back down. it's just too much watching. If it's going to break down under the lows, I'm going to short. But see here, it again pulled back, right? So not convincing. Still the chop. Okay, still consolidating. I think this is good. This is a good 5 minute. So almost 1 more minute left. Okay, so this is a good bear bar close. Let's see, can we get the continuation here? Okay, it's getting continuation. It's going to pull back. I'm just watching to see if we're gonna get close, strong close, then we can go short. The problem is that the buyers are still sitting there. Look at this. It's just creating a bear trap. Okay, this 5 minutes over. Is close again, the doji. If you look at it on a 5 minute chart, you can see here. Look at this 5 minute. So it's created the doji here. And now the point is that it is going to break under the lows, or it's going to grab upside liquidity. So it's tried to grab upside liquidity, failed, pushing back down now under the body. So this could be the place where we can short. If it's going to break, I'm going to go short here with the risk of 26,740 would be the stop loss. Not yet. I want just a one minute bear candle to close without any tail. Again, with the wicks, I'm not interested in. I need a one strong bear candle to short, which we are not getting it. So this could be it. Maybe this is the bar. I don't know. I need a strong bear bar because we are trading over the low, under the low. So I want some sort of an urgency for longs to start taking profit. So at this point, there's no urgency in the market. And if there is no urgency in the market, then if we're gonna sell, there might be no more seller after us. So we need urgency. So see, if we have another 3 minutes left before this 5 minutes candle close. So if we close red this bar, then I think there might be some sort of urgency. No, look at this again, bouncing back up again. So it's just the chalk show. So I wouldn't trade. It's just the bizarre price action, man. Okay, man, I'm just closing it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Let me know if you have any question, and we can just chat then. Appreciate it, guys.